craziness that's come, and I don't know, I was just telling him, I hope we get to hear about the AI babies trend, because I think that's hilarious.
Time
he said if we have time he'll show us how to do that.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
How we doing? Thursday, going into a holiday.
Yay.
Wake up! Should be a lot of fun. Well, I'm excited to be back with all of you. After last time with LinkedIn, I told my colleague Alex, I'm like, this is such a great group. I love it, very well put together, and leadership is awesome, so thanks for having me. And make sure this is coming up okay. So AI-powered video mastery, we have a lot to cover today. This is fast moving. For any trainings I do around AI or video, well, let me ask you this first. How many of you have gone to a training about video and real estate, and you are told to make videos? You do a lot of them. And then you leave and you're like, where do I start? Or what tool were they talking about? Or maybe I don't know how to do it. And I've been there, right? And it's like, go do, but then it's where do I go do it at? And so in the trainings, I like to plug in my phone and share some of the tools I use every day to make videos fast and efficient for me, because how many of you are wanting to be full-time content creators?
Nope.
Some agents love it, right? I think there's some stats out there that say if you're an agent influencer, you know, like, but how many of you are trying to go viral in here?
I mean, it would be nice.
If it is a happy byproduct, right?
You'll shove yourself in a trunk. She's the one that's committed.
There you go. I need to see that video. That would be fun. So as we go today, like, feel free to chime in. So my goal is like, you all are making listing videos, right? Like, you all are making your open house tours. You're all doing neighborhood walkthroughs and things like that, probably. My question for you, and we said it last time, we joked about it, Google yourself. Did you all Google yourself last time and see what came up? So when somebody lands on you, are they hearing you? Do they see you and like you? And that's some of the cram in the trunk stuff, right? Or you all see the one where the lady's down acting like she's gonna fix a tire. And then she throws the tools and says, like, I'm not fixing the tire.
Yeah.
I'm actually this person. I'm going to show you this house. There's some fun, creative stuff like that we can all do. But for me, when the stats in the real estate industry are run on videos that are on social media, the funny stuff gets a lot of likes and views. But when you tie videos back to conversions, it's normally the videos that are building authority or showcasing expertise, or having conversations about things that matter to whoever landed on it, that drives actual conversion. And do you guys know NowBAM at all? I know it's a big industry media company. If you all want to follow them, they do a great job on social. They give a lot of good ideas. It's NowBAM. But they ran that study. And they said that the content that converts is the stuff that builds authority. So as we get in today, I do want to start with a little bit of mindset, just some things that go into short form video. From an authority building standpoint, I'll give you some examples of kind of how not to overthink it. How strict is RE/MAX on brand guidelines when you post it? Do you have to adhere to anything?
Yeah, I mean, there's some state regulations. You have to have certain disclosures, like
For
I'm licensed to real estate.
Yeah.
Well, anything really that promotes yourself.
Okay, cool. But from like a branding perspective, you guys have to use certain,
Certain logos and colors.
if you're using those and all that. Cool, awesome. So the tools I'm going to show you today, you can kind of customize into that. But as we go through, I want to demo. So and take questions throughout. And then there are two main AI tools I want to show you today that make video editing an absolute breeze. Because how many of you, like, you don't have a problem getting on video, but then when you sit down to edit it, that's where the angst comes in? I don't know about you, I have like 18 videos in queue right now to edit for clients. And if you actually have to get in and do edits, I think you made the video last time. Like, how long does it take you guys to do a normal video edit? Like, hit me with the real facts.
I mean, for me, it takes forever just to overanalyze everything. So probably 45 minutes.
That's pretty good, actually, depending on the video. What about you for the getting in the trunk and?
It took us a few tries. Probably like 30 minutes.
Okay. So there was a video that was on social the other day, and it was a guy he's actually a viral real estate agent, and he said, I'm going to show you how long it takes me to edit one of my videos, and it took him about an hour to fully like sit down and use an app to go through and edit it and get it just right. That's been a big hurdle for so many of us, and I think that's why we can't be as consistent with video as we want to be, because of the editing piece. So I'm going to show you my two favorite apps. You probably know about them, well, at least one of them. Where I can do some simple edits, and then I'm letting AI now do the rest. Because as of like 4 or 5 months ago, AI is able to do amazing things with our videos if we give it a raw video. So we're gonna demonstrate what that looks like. It'll save you all a ton of time. And you can align the templates or whatever with some of the brand stuff that you need to have. So we'll get into that. So as we get in short form video expectations, guys, I'm gonna show you a couple video examples. I don't wanna spend too much time here, but this is a little bit more mindset. I do talk to a lot of agents and lenders and folks in our title industry who do video, and what you just mentioned, it has to be perfect. I'm overanalyzing everything, how I sound. This hair was out of place. And we get in our heads a little bit. How many of you can be honest with me and just say, like, I get in my head about my video and I don't post it because it's not perfect?
Yep.
Okay. And it's a huge mental block for so many of us to get on video in a speaking sense. Like, I think some of us are comfortable walking through and kind of saying stuff about the house and stuff. But how many of you also get in your own head about, man, if I start getting out there and have a video where I'm talking about something that I know, then I might be wrong, someone might criticize me, I'm the new real estate agent on the block, so this other real estate agent over here might be like, they don't know what they're talking about. Anybody?
Yep.
Go down a rabbit hole.
Right up here, it's a lot of mental trash, right? It's a lot of head garbage. So when we're dealing with video, and video that converts, it's the stuff that builds authority, we have to work through that. And so I'm gonna give you some tips and hacks on how to shoot that in a way where you can feel a little more comfortable. But I really wanna go back to the first bullet point on the screen there, which is authentic. If I had someone in here counting every time I said while I speak, it would probably add up to like 145 times, because that's just who I am, right? If I stumble over my words, if I stutter a little bit, there's no Backseas Live. You all just got to see Big Hoop Live fumbling his words, right? Because that's who I am. I can't rewind what I do. Now, I'm not saying we put out a video that's full of pauses and ums and gasps. Anyone seen the videos where it's like, I asked my Gen Z employee to edit my video, and all it is the hilarious. Do those, by the way. Those are great. But we're going to talk about stuff that converts. So when you're talking, authenticity matters. I'm going to show you an example of why that matters. And then specificity. I think it's important to know and lean into who you are, not someone you want to be. Like, does the in-person version of you line up with the online version of you? And connect those dots. That's what niching down means to me when it comes to content. It's like 2 or 3 things that I know I'm really good at that I'm going to really lean into. And then finally, creativity. I am not the most creative bulb in the box. So I love CapCut templates because it gives me an idea, right? Anyone else with me?
Yes.
CapCut templates for the win. I love R&D. Did I talk about R&D last time? Does anyone know what R&D means?
Research and development.
Research
From the corporate world.
It means research and development, but in real estate, it means rip off and duplicate.
Yeah.
So if you, what's your name?
Camille.
Emil? Camille, sorry. If you like Camille's video of getting stuffed in the trunk, go create your own stuffed in the trunk video, right? Rip off and duplicate. She's like, don't copy me. So there is nothing new under the sun. So that kind of gets into our head too. So we're gonna watch a couple videos here from social media, just to kind of drive home a couple of these points and what I don't believe in tactics for the algorithm. I'm not here to teach you how to go viral, because we all established we don't want to go viral. You just need to be building authority, and then the headspace and the time to get it done effectively is what we're going to focus on today. So here's an example of authenticity and why social media started prioritizing this more than your perfectly polished videos. Hopefully audio plays.
That's it.
2 years ago, Super Bowl. Anyone see that? What do y'all think?
It's memorable.
It's easy, right? Huh? It's Kanye, right? You're like, amen, amen. So it's fun. It is truly funny. Like, but Kanye is what we would call what? An influencer.
Yeah.
He's a big public figure, and
Ooh, you really set yourself first.
love him or hate him. I mean, there's other names we're not going to bring up, but with Kanye, he did this for the Super Bowl 2 years ago, and it was no coincidence that a few months later, all the algorithms for Meta started prioritizing the double chin selfie mode videos like you're on FaceTime. And they weren't as, it wasn't like the ones that were perfectly polished and clicked up and everything were the ones that were getting prioritized anymore. Algorithms change. But it's an example of authenticity. And it's hilarious because he's like, we spent all the money on the commercial, and so this is the commercial. Guys, that is authentic and connected, right? And so many times I think we're trying to get the perfect angle. Don't get me wrong, I think just slightly above, a little chin out action is great. but if that's what's holding you back, like when you all look at me, no one, I say no one, very tall people see me from that angle. You all see my double chin angle. So I'm telling you, like we are overthinking how we look and sound. And my good friend Chelsea Pites, I don't know if any of you know Chelsea.
Pites.
I'll play some videos for later. She was on our podcast, but she says it this way: we all have this cognitive distortion in our brain about how we look and sound. And so the first thing is I need y'all to just commit to kind of get out of that mental trash of, man, this isn't exactly, I don't like how I sound, I don't like how I look. Because again, no backsies in real life, that's authenticity. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So that's the first piece. Let's look at specificity. This is another realtor I like to follow. Kanye was not a realtor. Maybe, who knows?
He
Probably
would
thinks he is.
He would be the best ever.
He thinks he's everything to everyone. So here's a specific.
So I scheduled my first meet and greet, so all my fans can come and show up and meet me. It's going to be at 4785 Gladys Avenue in Beaumont from 2 to 4 this Sunday. If you see that there's a sign in the yard that says open house, just disregard. Everybody is there for me. But yeah, come on, we'll hang out in an empty house and visit. It'll be cool.
What are our thoughts on that one? Who loved it?
I love it.
Did everyone love it? Who didn't love it? Be honest, it's okay. This is like market research right here.
I think it makes her seem ditzy and dumb.
Yeah.
But she might be wanting to accomplish that, so
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Come teach the rest of the class.
Trying to be a real estate agent, I wouldn't do that.
Well, and the awkward laugh at the end means that she could have clipped that out. It was so she could have. I feel like
She's hamming it up.
yeah, she's doing it
So
on
if you go
purpose.
follow Gen G style, a lot of her videos, like she's gotten a little more like political and stuff lately, which I don't necessarily recommend. I mean, be true to yourself for sure. But like back when this video came out, like she leaned into that ditzy feel, and she actually got so many negative comments on her stuff going viral. But she leaned into it because that was just who she was gonna be.
Maybe she wanted more
that is
viral
what-
and she wanted more business.
Maybe, or maybe that's just who she is, and she's like, I'm not gonna try to be. I'm just a quirky kind of blah, and I'm just gonna do it,
Yeah.
right? So I show it as specificity because again, even if you think man, my niche is weird, people aren't gonna like it. Cool. She gets a ton of business from her stuff,
Yeah.
and the people not liking it are what drive her success. If that makes sense. The ones that are in the comments saying, "You're so dumb," like no, she leans into that. All right, and then let's look at creativity. This one's quick. This is one of my favorite CapCut ones to use if you're upset at a realtor on the other side of the transaction.
I didn't want to see you again for the rest of my whole life, and I didn't want to see anybody else either. I hope I never see any jerks again.
Short, sweet, effective. Okay? How many of you are using CapCut for some of this stuff? By show of hands. Used to? I feel like it comes in waves. Yeah, like sometimes we get on this kick and it's like every week we post something with CapCut and then you kind of phase out of it, right? So if you're looking for, how many of you see something like that who haven't used CapCut and you're like, I have no idea even where to start to do something like that? Anybody? It's much easier than you think. You want to share something?
My problem is, like, I can tell it's CapCut, but I don't know how to find it in CapCut.
Love it. Remind me when we get to CapCut and I'll show you.
Okay.
But it takes 2 clicks, really maybe 3, of a button to make a video like that in CapCut, and it's all curated for you. The idea for those creative videos is you need to well, here's how the flow works. You're scrolling one night. You see that. You're like, ooh, I have something that I think could go with that soundbite, right? So we need to go find that soundbite. So that's step number 1. We can find it in CapCut. then all you need to put behind it is a screenshot of whatever it is you want to talk about. You all familiar with how to screenshot your phones? Everyone knows how to do that. So a great hack I think a lot of realtors underutilize is the ability just to screenshot a news article or screenshot or take a picture of something in the world that you saw and then just go in CapCut and find something funny to put on it or green screen yourself over it in CapCut. How many of you have green screened in CapCut? It's not that hard either. So again, time permitting, I'll show you guys how to click and do that because it is a very, like, market updates, right? It's much better to screenshot the news article about this many homes were sold in the county and then do a 30-minute spiel talking about it behind you versus just posting a static post with words that not a lot of people are engaging with, right? So we'll hit on that with CapCut, but think about creativity, just see what others are doing and then go find it and duplicate it with your own thoughts. And that's where we get into this, original content. And someone said it earlier, I think it was Carlin, she said there's nothing new under the sun. Was that you, Shannon? There is nothing new under the sun.
I'm very fun on this. I
So-
think everything's new.
You're like, it's like the goldfish, right? Like everything is a new day. Like no matter what happened, it's all brand new. So think about this. How many of you, and honest question here, maybe this is not a problem for this group, but how many of you do look at, well, back up. Let me ask this first. Do you guys know who your top real estate agent is in this area for content? Like, are there a couple people, maybe it's someone in the room, I don't know. But are there a couple realtors here that crush YouTube, that are crushing their social media, like there are tons of videos all the time, and you look at them, and you look at them, but you see, how many of you have seen a competitor do a really good video about something, and you thought like, man, I really would like to do that video, but they already did it.
Oh, I still copy.
Good. But for those of you who are like, man, I can't do it because someone else already did it, like that's, again, more head trash. The most important piece of content when you're doing something someone else did, it's not the same for one big reason. What is the big reason? It's you, and you are the most original thing in the world. It's crazy, right? Like there's no one else like you. I mean, there are doppelgangers, right? Like they say there's at least 7 people in the world that look exactly like you. I don't know if that's true. It would be wild.
There's definitely one for me.
Definitely one for you. Yeah. I love it.
What I was gonna say about that was like when you think about that, like we're scrolling through real estate stuff all the time, and we might see something, but ultimately when we post something, we want our clients to see it. So
Yeah.
have they seen other real estate agents do something like that? Probably not. So
No.
even if you're seeing it, doesn't mean that the people you're targeting have seen it.
And here's the other thing. If we're going to talk about YouTube at the end and kind of the long form aspect of video, but if there's a video out there that, what county are we in?
York
County. I was going to guess that because of Yorktown, but if we're in York County and another realtor here has a video saying these are the best places to take your dog and get groomed in York County, right? And you don't have that, all you're doing is shooting yourself in the foot when someone searches that because you don't have a chance to come up. But also, what if you're actually helping someone move here and they ask you that question? Are you going to send them another realtor's video? Like, build your own library of those same types of things, right? So take what someone else is doing and duplicate it in your own way. You're the original content. So, without further ado, guys, just to drive the point home on mindset, consumers, 88% of them want authenticity, and that means the imperfections that you all and me sometimes get hung up on because we're human. But just know that if you can get past that head trash, that's when consistency and the magic in content can start to happen. So, jumping into short form video, this is some tactical. Screenshot this. We won't spend too much time. I'm actually going to demo this, and I need you all to start mentally preparing because I am going to ask for a volunteer to come up and shoot a video today, and then we're going to go through editing it and letting AI do some stuff to it. Okay? So just start. If someone doesn't volunteer, I'll have to volunteer somebody, or I'll ask Carlin to volunteer somebody. Okay. So does everyone? First of all, I don't want to jump to the DEFs without covering the ABCs. When I say short form video, who in here does not know what that means? Okay.
It's just
so
short video.
Like a reel?
technically, yeah. So the easiest way to think about short form videos, I want to explain because again, I don't want to lose anybody. Short form videos are going to typically be your reels on Facebook and Instagram, your shorts on YouTube, your TikToks. Shorter video, but by definition under 3 minutes. Short video. So long form, over 3 minutes. When you're shooting short form video, you want to be shooting most of the time in this mode. So portrait mode, right, on your phone. Do we have any Android users in the room?
Just so like,
The only one? You mess up all the group chats?
we did switch to WhatsApp.
We don't even
Aw.
have contact.
We're not trying to shame you. It's okay. WhatsApp is
In,
beautiful.
in the group chat.
So, there is a mode that what I love on iPhone. If you're shooting content, speaking content, always shoot in cinematic mode. Y'all know if you need a newer iPhone for this, I think it has to be like a 12 plus. So if you have like an 11 or something, you're not going to be able to do it. But shoot in cinematic mode because it gives you a blurred background no matter where you're at, and it just adds an extra layer of professionalism to it. For short videos though, guys, to kind of get a max, like what I found is when we talk sometimes, if we're actually shooting a short video to talk, and we're just sharing an idea, sometimes we ramble. I know I do all the time. I'm long-winded. So like 30 to 40 seconds is a perfect range for you to try to figure out how to get a script of something you're trying to share like right into that sweet spot for talking videos. Some of the funny stuff, it's gonna be a lot shorter, 9 seconds. Maybe it's a lot longer, or if you're demonstrating something, it could be a longer 2-minute video. But if you're just talking, try to stick within that 30 to 45 second range. Resolution and lighting matters, and so I would recommend all of you fall in love with natural light. If you're in a building, go do your video in front of the window where the window light is hitting you in the face. Lighting matters for sure. And then telling stories. I think telling stories is an easy way to kind of get out of your own head. And one of the best tips I can give real estate agents right now, if you're like, where do I start? What do I talk about? Just humanize a question. So last week, did you have a client reach out to you with a question about something?
Yeah.
What was the client's name?
Mike.
Mike.
Hancock.
What did he ask you?
He was working on a fascia and trying to decide whether he should replace this fascia that was rotten or not.
To improve the value of his house?
He's getting a list this week.
Okay, so I would get on and say, okay guys, so a client of mine, Mike, just asked me this question. Does replacing the fascia on your house actually improve the value? Here's what I told Mike. So you're just humanizing a question and you're sharing what you told Mike. Does that make sense? That is an easy way for you guys to get out of your head of what to talk about, because I know all of you are answering questions every day, even if it's simple stuff. So tell stories. Good sound does help, but it's not a deal breaker. One thing I see a lot, I'm going to show you how to deal with this today with an app, but I do see a lot of the open house or listing videos, and the house is empty, so what happens? Click, clap, click, clap. It's very airy. So if you're doing that, I highly recommend investing in a lapel mic, like what I'm wearing today. This is a DJI. DJI is a great brand, and you can refer everyone on where to get one, right, if they need one. Or use the brokerages. But good audio is key, if you can get it.
Karen's in here, you can't do that.
If you have videos where you are like, Andrew, I already have videos, they're not with a mic. Well, I'm gonna show you both CapCut and the other app I'm gonna show you will do an enhancement where it will isolate your voice and bring that to the foreground. So that would be key. And then think about your pillars of content. Don't try to do too much. This is, again, that specificity. What are the types of things you could be leaning into? So I would definitely, for every realtor, talk about all the questions you're answering all the time. Those are pain points real clients have or questions they have that you can put yourself out there as an authority on. But then what else are you into? You know, people love pets. People love drinking bourbon like me. Some people like dancing. Some people like boating. Like, what is your other pillar that shows a human side of you that you can lean into there? And then finally, I think a lot of us do a lot in our communities, and I think we could talk more about that. Like, how are we giving back? How are we a better partner? So take a picture of this. I'm gonna give you some examples of hooks, context, and call to actions, but again, I don't wanna assume. So when I say a hook, who in here doesn't know what that means? Who in here thought of going fishing? I did, I love to fish. Can someone explain what a hook is?
I'm gonna draw them in.
Make sure you stop on the video.
Cool. That's it. Within the first 2 to 3 seconds, are you getting someone hooked with what you're trying to say? So if you're still starting your videos by saying, hey, I'm Andrew Hooper with Fidelity National, swipe, right? So if you're gonna still wanna introduce yourself, you wanna come in with, Mike just asked me this crazy question about his home's value. Hey, I'm Andrew Hooper, your hometown realtor. Let me tell you what I told Mike. Does that make sense? So I'm gonna do the hook first and my name after. So just flip that if you're leading in with your name. So here's some ideas of some hooks. Nothing perfect here, but keep in mind from a viral standpoint, when I say viral standpoint, I mean your video getting shown to people who don't know you. And just so you all know, the way a video goes viral on social media is any algorithm is gonna show it to like 50 of your followers followers and 50 non-followers. And then based on how those groups engage, they'll either show it to more followers or more non-followers. And if you keep graduating, that's how videos go viral. So if you're not known though, like how many of you have an influencer you follow and you stop and watch all their videos because you like them? Who are those people?
Oh, what, her name's Emily Kisser.
Okay.
Carrie's Cells or whatever from Florida.
Yep. Cool. Anyone like Gary Vee fans or anything like that? So those are all known people because they're already big. And so just when you see their face and hear their voice, you're going to stop. So keep in mind when you're starting out with yourself talking, you're not known. So the hook becomes extremely important for people who don't know you to get them to see if they want to stick around for you. So the other piece here is if you don't have a hook in a video, you can do a written hook. So if you've started a video, say we take a long video, I'm going to show you how to have AI chop it all up for you. But you're coming in mid-sentence on something. Well, give a written hook for the first 3 seconds of the video that tells what the video's about, like why someone should stick around. So that would be a written hook. I would 100% use those. So let's get into shooting the video. Well, first, so hook, audience, and then context. So talk about who it's for, right? So if I'm making a video, I will probably say something like, I bet you didn't know this about ChatGPT. This is for all the realtors out there. That's my audience. So speak to your audience. This is for all the home buyers.
We
This is
don't
for,
want to talk to them.
yeah, right. You're like, we don't want to talk to all the other realtors. So speak to sellers, speak to buyers, investors. Hey, investors, are you looking to buy property? Blah, 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 blah. Like, speak to your audience. And then include a call to action. This one I'm pretty bad at personally, guys, but as realtors, I think you should always, content should kind of point someone back to something to engage with you. So if it's either put something in the comments or go check out my link, include that as well. So this is a little bit of the tactical side of video, but now we're going to get into actually shooting and the editing and what AI can do, and we're going to spend the rest of the time going through that. So here is my roadmap to be able to get videos produced in normally under 15 minutes. So would that save anyone time?
Yeah.
So you have an idea, you want to talk about it. We're going to work through this, so it'll probably take us about 25 minutes to do it here live, because I want to talk as we go through. But that's where I need a volunteer for a video, and then we're going to come up with a topic. We're going to create a script. I'm going to help you shoot it. I'm going to give you some shooting tips while we do that, and then we're going to follow this roadmap on how to edit. And I want to show you all how easy it is to produce a video using some of these tools. Game?
Yes.
All right. So who's going to be the guinea pig? Anyone wrap their head around it?
I mean, I have an idea that we couldn't make come to fruition for a video. I can throw it at you.
What is the idea?
It's like the number, like what do you want to do something that'll really prevent your home from ever selling and talk about people who smoke in their house? Because it like looks good,
Yeah.
looks good in pictures, and then it never sells because it smells like smoke.
Love that.
Okay.
And we can do that. Do you want to do the video?
I was thinking someone else.
I will help you. Don't worry. You're not going to have to memorize a script or
Carlin is
anything.
totally, she's a theater major.
I
Let's
can
just
do
be
it. I
real.
can do it.
She's
I can
totally
do it.
fine.
Okay. So stay there for now. We're going to work on the script.
Okay. Okay.
So here's my process. If there's an idea I have and I don't know exactly how I want to say it, I'm going to use ChatGPT for that. Okay? So we're going to jump into ChatGPT. And this is just a little AI hack. If you're still typing your prompts, stop typing your prompts. You all hear this before?
Yes.
Okay.
It's from you last time.
I said that last
They
time.
probably.
I always say it. So
You said that though, and then I started doing it. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's way better.
thank
than
you.
most.
Yes,
I
it
used
is.
to write my own vows.
By talking to it.
I gave it my like script first, and then yes, it
100%. 100%. All right. So give me the concept
I
one more
love
time.
this so much.
This is how I'm going to noodle with ChatGPT, and this is how I'd recommend you all do it too.
What was
And
that word you just used?
Noodle. I'm going to noodle it around.
What is
Never
that?
heard the word noodle?
It's like a doodle,
Noodle
but
an
verbally?
idea.
Like doodle.
Anybody?
Yeah.
I'm noodling
like
around.
brainstorming. Yeah.
Okay, I'm from the Midwest, guys. I say things, some people have no idea what I'm saying, right? The other day I looked at a room and I was talking about something and there was a lot of blank stares. I said, why are y'all looking at me like a calf looking at a strange game? And no one knew what I meant. Maybe out here y'all do, but no one there knew what I meant. That was in Baltimore. They don't know what is a calf. You know? All right. So let's do this. Hey, can you hear me? ChatGPT looks like you can. All right, so I'm here with a group of realtors, and one of them, her name is Carlin. We're gonna do a video where we're gonna show them how to do some edits, etc. But we want to make a real video. So her idea was a video where she's articulating to potential sellers, like, don't smoke in your home, because if you smoke in your home, it's not gonna sell. It can look good in the pictures, it can be pretty, but as soon as someone walks in and they touch the wall and it's sticky and it smells like it's just a non-starter. So we want a 30-second, quick-hitting video with an awesome hook that's going to grab a seller's attention, especially those who smoke, to get them to knock it off. And we want this to be fun but engaging, and just to be around 30 seconds total time. So go ahead and write me a script example for that. All right, how long would that have taken me to type?
A long time.
This is the power of prompting with your voice. All right, so let's see what it can do. All right, here's a punchy 30-second script. Did it spell your name right? Was it K? It's a C. Okay.
But they didn't add an O, so we're going somewhere with
There
it.
we go. That's good. How, you like that, Carlin? You can have granite counters, mortgage floors, and fresh paint. So I'll read it to you guys because it is small, right? You can't see it. Sorry. Let me get the spectacles out. So it says this: you can have granite counters, gorgeous floors, and fresh paint, but if your house smells like smoke, game over. Buyers don't care how pretty it looks in the photos. The moment they step inside and it smells like an ashtray, or their hand sticks to the wall, they're out. Is that true? I've been in smokers' houses. You touch something and it's like, right? If you're thinking about selling and you smoke indoors, stop now. Seriously, clean it, paint it, ozone it, or better yet, take it outside. You want to do something like that? Is that your style? A little aggressive?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you're going to end with smell sells or it doesn't. Let's get your house sold the right way.
Oh, I like
Is that good?
Yeah.
Okay,
good.
so we like this script. Okay, so here's my tip. How many of you hate memorizing scripts and then you hit record and you get halfway through and you mess up and you start over? How much time does that alone take?
A long time.
Okay.
90% of the whole content editing part. 90%.
So here is, you probably heard this before, but we're going to demonstrate it. This is how I shoot all my videos. You do not do multiple takes. You do a one continuous take strategy. So what that means is I'm going to start talking, and wherever I mess up, I'm just going to pause, keep recording, collect, think for a minute. Okay, where am I coming back in? And come back in with that next point. I'm never going to stop recording because when we edit, we can easily just chunk out those parts. I'm going to show you how to do that. Better yet, get a friend to record you and do what I'm about to do with Carlin because this makes it so much easier. So you ready?
Yeah.
Go on.
So Carlin.
I'm going to plug in my phone for this, guys, so bear with us as we switch tech around too, because I want you all to see. I love it. It'd be funny if you actually pulled out a pack and tapped it down or
I have
something.
an alternate personality that's
That would be great.
Oh my gosh. Her name's Estelle.
It's like the Joey's agent in Friends.
Sometimes you gotta call people when they make them mad.
I pay my own bills, Amy. You all seen that?
Yeah.
Okay, come on, guys. I'm trying. Try being my size, Amy.
Okay.
Okay, you ready? Can you all see my phone? Yes. All right. I'm going to have you actually have the group in the background, if you're okay.
Yeah.
Because on cinematic mode, I think it'll look pretty cool.
Okay.
And when, I think at some point in this, at the end, when she says, smell sells or it doesn't, let's get your house sold the right way, I need all of you in unison to say, amen. Okay? Because that'll give a nice fun event, so like you're engaged in the video.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to go on cinematic mode, right? So you're all going to be in there, but you're going to be Don't worry, I got you. It's okay.
It's like Weight Watchers.
I love it. See, we're getting out.
I need to go up.
We're literally walking on coals today. Good job. High five. Tony Robbins, get it going.
Okay.
All right, do we like this though? Do you want to back up a little bit more?
Yeah.
Okay.
You go higher.
Yeah.
I want to still make sure it captures you. That looks good because I want more light on your face. Again, if we could have a window or we could have like a something shining, I would. But again, we're not overthinking that because authenticity is this is how you look right now to me and everyone else. So, and you look amazing.
You look amazing. Stop it. Stop it.
Okay.
So here's how I recommend doing this. We're going to do a continuous shot, and I recommend having someone record you if you can, and we're going to do it like the inauguration. I'm going to say a line to you, and you're just going to repeat it to the camera. Just give a gap in between when I say it to you, okay? Has anyone done this before?
Yep.
This is the best way to do videos, talking videos. Have someone help you with it.
Okay.
All right, here we go. And I'm not going to be concerned about little movement. It's okay. Movement sells. So You can have granite counters, gorgeous floors, and fresh paint.
You can have granite counters, gorgeous floors, and fresh paint.
But if your house smells like smoke, game over.
But if your house smells like smoke, game over.
Amen.
Buyers don't care how pretty it looks in photos.
Buyers don't care how pretty it looks in photos.
The moment that they step inside and smell it, the moment they step inside and it smells like an ashtray,
The moment they step inside and it smells like an ashtray,
or their hand sticks to the wall, they're out.
or their hand sticks to the wall, they're out.
If you're thinking about selling and you smoke indoors, stop now. Seriously.
If you're thinking about selling and you smoke indoors, stop now. Seriously.
Clean it, paint it, ozone it, or better yet, take it outside.
Clean it, paint it, or ozone it, or better yet, take it outside.
Smells sells, or it doesn't. Let's get your house sold the right way.
Smell sells, or it doesn't. Let's get your house sold the right way.
Amen.
Give her a big round of applause. All right, y'all can still see this? Okay, so the next step, if you all screenshotted what we said earlier, my next step is going to be to use CapCut for this. I like CapCut, even though CapCut is, who loves CapCut in here? Who are my lovers?
Could you maybe tell us where that is?
Yeah.
It's in your app store.
It's go into your app store and download CapCut. And by the way, pull up your CapCut and follow along. Because I will say, my knock on CapCut is it's busy and it's easy to get lost. Okay? I'm going to show you like the step-by-step on how not to get lost real quick.
Baptist agreement.
Amen. To Baptist, I was raised Baptist. A lot of amens. Or you were going to go to hell or something.
Yeah.
That's what they were telling me anyway. Okay, so we're going to get into CapCut. So CAPCUT. Just like that. Now, for most of you, when you get in, you may not land on this page. How many of you land on a different page when you get into CapCut? What do you see? Templates?
Yeah.
Okay. So look at the very bottom, guys. You have options. Most of you are probably defaulted to templates. So I want you to go over and click on the edit button. I rarely use the templates unless I'm looking for one of those funnies that I'm going to make, right? That's really the only time. Or I want to use a template with a bunch of photos I can throw into like a, you know those that are out there. You throw a bunch of photos and it puts them all together for you. We're not going to focus too heavily on that today. Under edits, I want you all to look for your new project button. Y'all see that? And I'm going to hit new project and I'm simply going to tap on the video we just shot with Carla. Minute and 11 seconds and I'm going to hit add. Let that load. If you don't have a video you're adding, just underneath the new project or above, do you guys see where it says like all tools under the edits page?
Yep.
I want to draw your attention there. I would recommend spend some time there. There are some AI features built in. I do think the next app I'm going to show you is by far the best, but if you want to experiment with some of the AI prompt to video stuff, CapCut does a pretty decent job. And here's a little pro tip. Once I get the video loaded, I want to work on any filters and like zooming it where I want it to be. I'm going to keep it as is because we have the whole room. But if we want a filter, I'm going to do that before I start splicing and dicing. Does that make sense for everybody? Like, get your filter added so you don't have to go apply all or try to make it match for all the clips. And your filter's on the bottom. So you have all these wonderful options. I'm going to play this real quick.
A little movement, it's okay.
Oh my goodness.
Movement sells.
See, I love
So you can have granite counters, gorgeous floors, and fresh paint.
All right.
You can have granite.
There we go. So what I'm going to do is once we get this done, I'm probably going to do like a, if this was me, I would do like an enhanced voice, but I think it sounds fun. I'm going to be cropping me out of this completely. But do you want to do a filter, Carlin?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to scroll the bottom with my thumb. Again, I want to take it for granted, and I'm going to go find where it says filters,
What's the background?
which are over here.
No,
And sometimes we can do one that just brightens it up a little bit,
Oh, like that kind of filter.
clears it up. You know, the CapCut does have quite a few good ones that are pro. Like I kind of like that one because it takes some intensity out of it and brightens it. So I'm just going to roll with that. So my filter's done. So now I'm going to just start trimming this up. So this is continuous take, and it takes a couple clicks. The first thing is we want to go to where she starts talking. And I can just kind of tell that by scrolling with my thumb on the timeline right here. I'm going to tap that video and hit split. All you need to know is tap video, hit split. That's the function here to trim this up. Once I split it, that whole first part of the video of me talking is now separated. I can tap it and hit delete. And it's gone. So now my video starts.
You can have granite counters, gorgeous floors, and fresh paint.
But if your house,
Okay, so now I'm just gonna go repeat that process. Everyone follow me? Tap the video and split, and I'm just gonna crop myself out. So don't worry too much about special effects at this point. The next app is gonna do that for us.
You can have granite counters, gorgeous floors, and fresh paint.
Okay, so pause, tap, split. Now I'm gonna
but if
go.
your house smells like smoke, game over.
Okay, so right there, I know she's coming in with the next line. Tap, split, and then I'm gonna delete the part where I was talking.
Floors and fresh paint. Your house smells like smoke. Okay.
So I need a little bit more for the butt. And if you need to drag it back out, guys, here's a key. Once you delete it, you don't lose it, right? So you can drag it back out.
Fresh paint. If your house smells like smoke, game over.
Did someone say amen there?
Bridget did.
Bridget did.
Hold on.
It'll be a short video.
I'm gonna add it in there. Hold on.
That's you, Mr. Q. Yeah.
I'm gonna keep the amen in there. It's good. Okay.
Buyers don't care how pretty it looks in photos.
Buyers don't care how pretty. Buyers.
Okay. So right here, I'm gonna split again. So I'm just gonna go through this pretty quick. This is my process. Trim it out
Buyers don't care how pretty.
and give a little more there.
Buyers don't care how pretty it looks in photos.
Split, and we're gonna get.
The moment that they step inside and smell it, the moment they step inside and it smells like an ashtray,
All right. So we're going back here. Boom. Split. Delete that part. Getting this all done, nice and quick.
Photos. The moment they step inside and it smells like an ashtray.
or their hand sticks to the wall, they're out.
Or they're.
Okay. Split and delete.
And it smells like an ashtray. Or their hand sticks to the wall. They're out.
By the way, you did a great job. Can we all keep giving her some boosts
If you're
here?
thinking about selling and you think it is, stop now. Seriously.
If you're thinking of
All right. So tap, split, and delete.
the wall, they're out. If you're thinking about selling and you smoke indoors, stop now. Seriously.
Okay. Almost done.
Clean it, paint it, ozone it, or better yet, take it outside.
Click.
Split, delete. I think one more to go.
Seriously. Clean it, paint it, or ozone it, or better yet, take it outside.
All right.
Smells sells, or it doesn't. Let's get your house sold the right way.
And then we got the amen coming in. It's gonna be great. Split and delete.
Take it outside. Smell sells, or it doesn't. Let's get your house sold the right way.
That's great. All right, you like it? Yeah. Cool. Now the other quick tip in CapCut, y'all know how this thing pops up at the end?
Yeah.
You can delete that.
Oh.
So just tap it and delete it. So my video is gonna end right where you stop talking. All right. Was that easy enough to follow? That is almost all I use CapCut for anymore. Just quickly trimming up my video. That's it. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hit export and resave this video to my phone. So I shoot it on my phone so the original lives in case I mess it up in here somehow. I splice it up in CapCut. Another app, if you want one that's a little easier to use, less buttons, but you have to pay for it, it's called Splice. It's cleaner. I do it for more of like long form video edits.
And you pay just for the app, or you pay for video?
It's an annual subscription. I think it's like $69. Okay, so I'm done with CapCut for this exercise. Now my next app is my favorite app right now, completely for everything video, because it's powered by AI. It is called the Captions app. How many of you have used Captions? Awesome.
Oh, the app or the thing on your Instagram?
No, the app.
Oh.
How many? Good point. I actually should say that. So any talking videos you post, you should have captions on them.
Yeah,
But
because I
this-
never listen. I always read.
Yeah, like don't.
My volume's
I do
always
see a
down.
lot of people not putting captions on there, and you need to. So,
What's
but
it called? Caption.
yeah, I'm going to show you right here. Here's what it looks like, guys. It's this purple app
For talking video.
for talking videos, and if you're on Android, where's my Android person? Oh,
Too much bullying.
bummer. Horrible.
No,
But
she's.
for her, someone let her know it's called Captions Lite on Android.
Okay.
So I'm going to get into captions. Now, I started using captions years ago because it was the best app at not messing up my words. It wouldn't. I did not have to change a bunch of stuff. It would spell everything I was saying the right way. So I like that. Correct. And it's purple with like a little message-looking bubble. But as about 4 or 5 months ago, this app has introduced AI in a powerful way. It's crazy. So we're actually going to show you what the AI looks like. So you get into the app, and it's going to show you all your past videos right there. So I do a lot. But I'm going to hit create. And if I'm strictly looking to put on captions, I'm going to hit caption video. In this case, I'm going to actually use the AI edit feature, which is awesome. You're going to see that in a moment. But here's a key thing. How many of you do read a teleprompter when you do a talking video?
A long video.
But what can you tell with your eyes? But it doesn't matter, right? Because like you almost can just play it off, right? This app, guys, has AI eye correction. So if your eyes are moving away from the camera, you go into this caption video button, and let me just show you. I won't be able to run it because your eyes were on the camera the whole time. I'll choose this video.
You can have grid.
Hit apply. We'll just do captions
You can have
first.
grid.
So I'm going to create captions on this. We'll let it happen. This is just, again, if you want to fix up your video with AI, maybe sound, fix your eyes, or put just straight captions. This is not the AI edit piece yet, even though it does use AI to put your eyes back to the camera. So first off, it gives a lot of different options for captions, guys. You can go into style, and there are so many. I mean, you have all the different types of captions in here, just like a CapCut, but I feel like, I don't know, I like these better in my opinion. So you're gonna get those. And then you can move them around anywhere you want, so that's great. But then here down on the bottom, the first thing I want to point out is this AI denoise. So if I hit that, it's going to actually take any of the background noise out of the video. I'm not going to do that though, because I want your amens to come in. It would probably remove those. And then right next to it here, eye contact. So if you hit that button, I would do it. It's going to say, okay, it's going to take me a moment. Probably take about 5 minutes, but your eyes will come all the way back to the camera. And I've recorded someone who was like furtively glancing the whole time, like hardcore. Like it wasn't just like reading the script, it was like, I'm looking all the way over here, I can see the whites of the eyes, brought her eyes back to the camera completely. Looked awesome.
Fresh paint.
So that's how you do the eye contact. So that's captions and eye contact. And now we're gonna do the AI edit. This is my favorite. So how many of you have done videos where you put special effects, you bring in B-roll, you put like little click buttons and things? And how long does that take for one video? A long time. So watch what AI will do in 2 minutes. So I'm gonna hit AI edit, choose the 27-second video, hit apply, continue.
You can have grid counters.
And then we get to choose a style. So this app
like your brain's a tangled
has,
mess? Here's a quick trick to unleash your creativity. Picture.
Okay, I'm gonna turn this back on in a moment. This app has all of these templates are styles of full-blown AI edits it will do for you automatically. So we can click it and kind of see, okay, that's how it's gonna look. Do you have one you like, Carlin? Do you see one here as I go through? Tell me if you see one you like. This one's kind of fun.
Yeah, do her.
Let's do that. All right. So we're gonna do the elevate style. And then it lets you go further and choose your color. So this is kind of where you can go into the color palette and choose the color you need it to be for your brand. For the captions, if you wanna keep it all kind of copacetic. And then I'm gonna hit generate edit. So now we're just gonna watch it. One quick tip, don't close your phone while this is happening, and I've learned to kind of keep the phone in front of my face. For some reason, if it thinks you're not engaged with it, sometimes it'll take longer. I don't know why. But we're gonna let this edit run. So while I'm doing this, questions, while this is running.
Question, do you have a workaround? You know how you were reading it and she was saying it?
Yes.
Is there anything that, ChatGPT could talk back to us? That'd be great.
It could, 100%. So we could use, so we could say, here, we're gonna try that, actually. We'll try that. You wanna try that live? No, not you, but like we'll try it. You all wanna see if ChatGPT will do that role for you? Yeah. I'm also gonna show you a teleprompter. So CapCut has a teleprompter, but you have to pay now to get it. And so if you're paying for any app, I would pay for this one because this is $10 a month and it gets you what it's about to do. And it has a teleprompter built in, so you can still read it. In a teleprompter, do the eye contact, it'll fix your eyes. It won't look like you're reading. And then do the AI edit all in one app. So Captions truly is my favorite video app powered by AI.
So what you're doing right now isn't like free?
Not $10 a month
Okay.
to get this app.
$9.99.
$9.99.
It's telling me it's $25.99.
Yeah,
That's
just
the
look,
Is
that's
it
the
the
one.
pro, the scale?
We lost our.
I only get charged $9.99.
Okay.
So unless that just updated, and last week there was a promo for people. Huh?
Just kidding. There's
Just
a
see all
global
the
plan.
Okay. There should be a $10 a month one that gets you what you need. Yeah. That said, if you're making videos consistently, you're gonna be like, what it's about to do, the pizzazz it's putting on the video, like it's pretty awesome with not having to lift a finger except push a button. All right, y'all ready to see it? Here we go. It's gonna play. Let's do it. Let's see how it edited this video from a straight talking video to this.
You can have granite counters, gorgeous floors, and fresh paint. If your house smells like smoke, game over. Buyers don't care how pretty it looks in photos. The moment they step inside and it smells like an ashtray, or their hand sticks to the wall, they're out. If you're thinking about selling and you smoke indoors, stop now. Seriously. Clean it, paint it, or ozone it, or better yet, take it outside. Smell sells, or it doesn't. Let's get your house sold the right way. Amen.
All right, what do you think?
That's cool.
So that's one of those templates. If you're like, I don't love it, might want to do another one, go find another one. But here's what I love even better. Watch this. So you saw where those pictures came in? So first of all, I can tap on these captions and I can move them anywhere I want. You can change them. I might say, man, it's hard to read that white lettering, so I want one that's a little more bold. I just rerun this on a different template. But where the pictures are, guys, let's go to where one of the pictures are. So that one's actually pretty good. I would use that one. But let's say I don't love it. I can tap on that picture, hit replace, and there's baby me, by the way. So I can hit replace. I can go into generate and have AI create a new picture for me, or I can upload my own, right? So I can simply replace it. Like if I wanted that B-roll to be a photo, let's just say we want that one for some reason. There we go. That's as easy as it is.
The moment they step inside and it smells like an
Makes
ashtray.
sense? So if you have your own photos, this is where it's cool if you're doing a video of a property. You can just, any B-roll it loads in there, you can just replace with one click of the pictures of the property. It's pretty awesome. So that's that. That's how it goes through. So I'm going to actually undo that because I want to keep the original picture. I'm going to give you this. If you want to use it, you can. But would this help anyone out from an editing perspective? Again, powered by AI. So I'm going to export that again.
You can have granite
Export to camera roll. That video is now in my phone and we can use it if we want to. The other thing you can do within this app is do AI music generation. So if you want to create a custom sound behind that's royalty free and not going to get you in trouble on Instagram or anything, it will create, you just tell it the styles you like. And it can put a low beat behind the music. So questions so far on this? Helpful?
Yes.
Cool. CapCut seemed doable. Anyone feel like that was an easy process, or any questions or anything you would recommend doing different?
Well, I have a question.
Yeah.
Like when I see somebody doing a trend and I know that it's a CapCut video, how do I find that trend in CapCut?
Thank you for reminding me. Let's go right there next. Well, not quite next. Here's one last tip. Once you're done with the video, it's gonna live here in your library. You hit these little 3 dots on the right, and you can simply copy transcript, hit that button, and here's the tip. How many of you struggle writing your own captions, or you ask AI to write it? So do this, take the transcript of that video. I'm gonna jump into ChatGPT. There's baby me again. And I'm just gonna say, hey ChatGPT, take this transcript of my reel I'm about to post and write me a caption with relevant hashtags for Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, please. And then I'm just gonna paste this transcript right into ChatGPT. So now, your words, Carlin, are fueling the caption, and you're not trying to come up with it on its own. So here's your captions. Would this help? Again, anyone doing this right now, like using your transcripts for your captions, this is another hack so that it doesn't sound like AI wrote it. So you can remodel all you want, but if your house smells like smoke, buyers are walking right back out the door. And it's your hashtags and you're ready to go. So, last step there. All right, let's jump back into CapCut because I do want to show you where to find those. So, CapCut, templates, and once
I pressed my
Where's my
favorite song. We should use this for the video.
I know, right? Well, you could, right? So when you add it, so that's the cool thing, right? I always recommend adding your music from the platform. So unless I'm doing synchronous, like in CapCut, where I'm having it sync to something and CapCut's gonna do that work for me, you all follow? I'm gonna add the viral music from the platform. So on Instagram, I could search for that and add that behind and just turn it down. So that's what I would do. All right, so to find something, do you have one you wanna find? Do you wanna find the Home Alone?
one, yeah.
Okay, so just up here, when you get into your templates, you're gonna see this trending. Just find your search bar, and then you're just gonna search Home Alone, boy. And it should give you everything it can find for that. Let me unmute this so we can hear it.
Alright, baby. If you come back, I'll never be a pain in the butt again. I promise. Good night.
Okay, so hearing that, how many of you what would you think to put to that?
Me to that one internet lead that never responds but always checks in.
Okay, so it might be, you might have, so the what you would edit this as, guys, is when he's looking at the picture, your picture would be in that frame. So maybe you have a note that says, that internet lead that ghosted me or something.
Yeah. Okay.
Right? So that's just an example of using that one, so that's that one. Here's this one. Oh my gosh. I don't know if I want to use that one.
This is my house. I have to defend it.
Okay, so if I'm going to use it, I just hit use template, and then it asks me to bring in whatever video or picture I want to use with that. So let's just use Baby Hoop for the heck of it. There's Baby Hoop, and I
This
can
is
just,
my house. I have to defend it.
and I can move him around wherever I want him to be, make him a little bigger if I want, right? Just tap him and move him with your thumb. And hit export, and there's my video, but that might be a screenshot of something that applies to that soundbite. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
That's as easy as it is to use these templates, so it doesn't take a lot. That's the creative piece. So was that helpful, just the search?
Yeah, I think when I used it, like when it first came out, it didn't have smart search like that.
You just had to kind of scroll and find one that
Yeah,
maybe you like.
or like try to get the link.
Yeah.
You mentioned that when you can, it will track pictures to the beat for you. Is
Yeah,
that what
so
you said?
there are basically templates out there. Let me see if I can find one. So I might search something like Q1 recap template. And it's going to do something like this. And it's normally going to be geared around travel, but you can edit any of these words. But these are pre-built templates where you just add a bunch of photos. So I might do this one. Okay. So if I hit use template, all I do is add videos or pictures one at a time in an order that I want. So I would go, okay, let's just do,
Oh my gosh.
I mean, I don't want to add
I spend so much time on that with kids.
boom,
with
boom,
kids
boom,
videos.
boom, boom,
Like
baby
trying to
hoop.
find the beat and where it changes.
I don't even know.
to.
Boom, boom. I'm just adding photos to Adam here. Boom, 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 boom. Here we go. I was up in Maryland dropping off awards the other day. There's a lot of them here. So you just add all the photos, pick the ones you want. Might have to do some duplicates here. And this one has a lot for sure. Random, 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 random. How many more are there?
Oh my gosh.
Well, I might not have enough for this one. That's 42 already. But you can put all those photos and it's going to just match it all to that beat. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's as easy as it is. And then when it's done, you just play it, make sure it looks good, hit next and export.
Great.
So, all right, is that helpful? Any other questions on CapCut? So the templates are awesome, and they can make you kind of stand out without even trying because it's literally just point and click almost.
Yeah.
So, cool. All right, we're gonna keep rolling for the sake of time. I think we're good on the phone. So again, secret weapon, that's your roadmap of kind of use CapCut to splice it up. Let Captions do the heavy lifting for you. There are other apps that claim they do AI edits. One thing I didn't get into in Captions, again, almost for the sake of time, but I don't want you to lean into it. It will take your video and you can make an AI twin of yourself. Do you guys actually want to see that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I actually kind of want to show you. So, go ahead.
You show me.
Okay.
You show me before the CIA shows up here.
Yeah, so here's the reason I almost don't like to show this is I don't recommend you use it for your social. If you do it, you have to disclose on social that it is AI. It can look like you. The only place I might use this is to like do explainers on how to access a system or how to get into something or how to do your EMD, where I might have my AI avatar explain that to somebody. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I've actually just was watching a video the other day on YouTube. It was about Zillow and National MLS and all of those things, and it said on there, this is AI produced, but it looked like a real person talking about this issue.
Yeah, so check this out. Here's how I would do that. Okay, so give me a 30-second educational video for my buyer, and you can just make up, this is just a test for a training. So I just want a 30-second script for like a video on how one of my buyers as a real estate agent can access our portal to sign the buyer broker agreement. Just an explainer, and you can make up the steps, but it should be about 30 seconds. This video is going to be used with my AI avatar, so write it in a way where my AI will be able to speak it plainly without any glitches. All right, so let's prompt that. You all can see this, right? Okay, cool. So it's just going to make up a script. All right, there we go. I'm going to copy that and jump over to captions again. Uh-oh, let me copy, please. There we go. Get into captions, I'm going to hit create, and then this one I'm going to do AI creators, which is this one here. You can choose a random avatar, or you can hit this AI twin button. And you can see I have one in there from the video I did the other day. So I just uploaded a 1-minute video that I posted, and it took that and made my avatar. I could actually go through a process to make this more robust, but for this one we're just going to use Andrew. So this is AI me. I'm going to paste that in there and hit. Actually, I think I just need to. Come on. There we go. All right, 43 seconds. So we're going to generate that video. So let's see what happens. But again, Carlin, I think your point was, I think you were going there with your CIA comment, but like just be careful using this for stuff. There was a news story recently, like someone took a girl's videos from Instagram and used something like this to start catfishing people, basically, and get them to send them money wherever they were. So I think this type of technology may get regulated away if the impacts of fraud happen. So in the title and real estate transaction, we've seen this happen. We've seen proof of life videos with AI deepfakes trying to impersonate a seller.
Wow.
So just be aware. Like, this is why I show it, because it's fun, but if you're going to use it responsibly for something that's not like, don't let this replace your authentic self.
Right.
Like, you need to be out there yourself on video. And then after this, we'll jump back over and kind of wrap with some long form video tips and tricks and the last AI tool for long video. So, queued, here we go. Normally these take about 2 to 3 minutes each. But any random questions or thoughts or anything you just want to know around video while we're waiting?
It's cool.
Cool? All right.
Yeah, I can't think of anything else.
No worries. Just fill some dead space here.
Yeah.
AI is awesome, and it's funny that we think 2 minutes is a long time for something like
Yeah,
this, right?
it really
But
is.
it's really not. Like, if you think about how crazy it is. But you definitely want to keep it open while it's loading so it doesn't stop. We're going to see how it does. I'm curious to see how it does. All right, so while we're doing this to save time, here's a resource for all of you. If you want to really get granular, this kind of starts getting into long form, but if you want to start making videos that your consumers want to watch, you need to answer questions that they have. So what is the biggest search engine in the world? Google. Did you know there's a way for you to see what people in your area are Googling about real estate? The resource is called answerthepublic.com. So while we're loading this, you guys can go out and check that out. Answerthepublic.com. Put in your area, put in your topic, and it will tell you the top questions people are typing into Google. And this kind of plays into the whole YouTube channel idea. Because when people search and they're looking for best place to take my kid for a sports complex in your county, normally Google's going to serve up a YouTube video along with a website, right? And if you have if you have videos answering those questions, or your website is answering those questions with a blog post, you have a higher likelihood of that consumer getting in front of your stuff. So just keep that in mind. That's answerthepublic.com. I have a slide for it, but we'll save the time and I'll tell you that now. So let's see how this AI creator did. I don't think it sounds like me. I think its voice is a little higher, but.
Sign your buyer-broker agreement. It's easier than you think. Check your inbox for Action Needed Buyer Agreement. One click and you're in our secure portal. The agreement's right there waiting for you. Hit start and breeze through each section. Just click next as you go. At the end, tap sign and finish. Boom, you're done. Now the real fun begins. Let's go find your dream home. Remember, this quick and easy process is your ticket to unlocking endless possibilities in your house hunt. Don't let this simple step hold you back from your perfect place. Sign now and let's make your homeownership dreams a reality. Ready to sign your buyer-broker agreement?
See how
it's easier than you think. Check your...
Okay, so what do y'all think?
That's crazy.
Isn't it? I mean, it's come a long way in 4 months, but like you guys could go take my YouTube videos and rip me off and have me out online saying all sorts of crazy that I never said. You're like, everyone in here is like, no, you say crazy stuff.
It is.
All right, so let's plug into the computer and keep rolling. So, and we'll bring this in for a land in. All right. see that? Sweet. So we're gonna jump back over. So that was our roadmap. That's what we did. Here's answerthepublic.com. It looks like this. It kind of tells you the top categories. And then jumping into, like AI can do a lot for us, but definitely have a plan. And just, this is kind of just a branding slide. Like, do you know what your brand voice is and who you are? And is it aligning to your, does your content draw a straight line to your ideal client? So just make sure you've identified that before you start making, especially long form content. So here's the art of long form, guys. How many of you have ever been on a podcast? How many of you have ever done a first time home buyer seminar where you stood up in front of a room, or you were on a Zoom leading clients through something? Mm-hmm. Have you all ever presented? Anyone else? Like, hit me with it. Have you guys up here ever done any long, like, presentation and or talk where you were explaining something or doing something?
That's pretty new.
Okay, cool. So it's where I recommend you start going. Long form video is, well, using AI, we can come up with good scripts like we did for you. But if we're talking about things that we're good at in this business, typically it takes more time to formulate those ideas. Those ideas come out better in conversation. And so the whole idea of long form video for a real estate agent is, it's not about the podcast necessarily. It's not even about if it's gonna convert a lead for you. It's about the authority building it gives you, and then being able to take that long video and clip it up for your social media. But we run into the same editing challenge there as well. So I'm gonna go pretty quick here, but I wanna show you a couple tools and best practices that are gonna help you. I'm gonna cut straight to the strategy here. Repurposing content with AI. AI has made taking a long form video and letting it help us with everything else an absolute breeze. So, start with long form. Here's your strategy. Get on Zoom and hit record. That's all you have to do. Answer your buyer's questions on Zoom. Take that Zoom recording. It can live on YouTube if you want it to, or you can use it with the tool I'm about to show you, which is listed here, opus.pro. Has anyone in here used Opus? Who had a podcast? Is it published on YouTube?
No, you asked if anyone.
Shannon and I did.
Do you have one on YouTube?
I don't know if it's on YouTube.
We could use it if you
We have
have
a
it.
podcast on YouTube. It's called Caffeinated Conversations.
Oh.
Caffeinated Conversations? All right. So, I'm gonna demonstrate this one.
You're
So-
welcome.
Is that considered a podcast?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is it videos where you're talking?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see if we can find it.
It's called a vlog. Something.
Caffeinated Conversations?
Mhm.
All right.
I mean, we're probably not the top hit.
Brooke Allen?
No.
No, it's the three of us. It's me, Shannon, Kristen. You put Remax Connect.
Okay. The one thing I don't love about YouTube is just the direct searchability for like profiles. It's not the easiest.
There you go.
There we go. Okay, are they all shorts or do you have any longer ones?
No, they're all short.
Okay, so you're just sitting down having short conversations.
Yeah.
Okay, so fair enough. So this would be an idea where you guys sit down and have like a 15-minute conversation and upload it to YouTube. Like anyone could watch the whole conversation. I'll use our channel, my brothers and I, as an example for this. So I would take the entire podcast video that we have, right? And I did Chelsea's, but I'd find Chelsea Pites because I think some of you guys know her. So I might take this one here and copy it. I'm just gonna copy the link for the video and I'm gonna jump into Opus. Now Opus is not an app, it is a website. So this is Opus. When you get into Opus, what you do is you paste the link for your video. This could be a Zoom link, this could be anything. And you simply hit get clips in one click. Now for you, those of you who are doing branding with this, you can create a custom brand kit in here and have a template you use that has a logo and everything else on it. So easy to do for those of you setting it up. But once you hit go, it takes about 20 minutes, guys, and it comes back with your video. This was a 15-minute podcast. Chelsea was coming out to speak at one of our conferences. We were just doing a speaker highlight with her. We got in here, and out of the 15 minutes, it gave me 20 potential reels, fully captioned and edited. So I kind of wanted to just cut to the chase with this, guys, because this is truly a content streamline hack for giving you authority building content easily. All you have to do is invest an hour of time, truly. 30 minutes sitting down and recording. That could be in a studio if you have one. It doesn't have to be fancy. It can be on Zoom. This one was on a Zoom, right? Then you take that long video and you give it to Opus and voila, you have a bunch of clips you could potentially use. This for me is never about perfection. This is about just good, like some of the stuff I post, you'll see it's grainy. It's truly like I set up a webcam in the room while I'm talking and it's that video. It's not about polish at this point. This is like just, I'm out in the wild talking about stuff and I'm gonna use these clips. So let's listen to some of them, see if we like them.
Yeah, I created this post that said why I'm creating content that gets less reach and less views on purpose. And the sentiment behind that simply is I'm very laser focused on the person that I want to serve. It is not everyone. And it is very scary to think about niching down with a message to find that one person.
Okay, so she goes on. That's a 2-minute and 22-second clip from that video. But other ones are shorter. That's a 1 minute. Here's a 16-second. Here's a 251. Here's a 43. I just let it find whatever it wants to find, right? And it'll pull them. I mean, let's see if the short one is worth anything.
Yeah, I created this
Okay,
post
so it's just,
that
that
said
was
why
perfect,
I'm
right? So
creating
it's the first
content
part.
that gets less.
So it'll sometimes duplicate there, but these are all, like, you can find 8 that are perfect, and you don't have to edit much. Now I want to show you what the actual video looked like. So it is YouTube, so the actual video is YouTube formatted, and here's how we were all structured on the screen. This might be an older Chelsea video, actually. I think the one we just had was from that I loaded was a minute ago, but this is the same structure. So this is how the original video looked, and Opus took it and put it into this. Zoomed it in, right? So it does all that editing for you and puts the captions. Now if you're like, man, I don't love the orange border, perfect, just hit edit. This is how easy it is to edit these if you want to. It's point and click. I'm gonna use my mouse and I'm just gonna drag this out a little bigger to get rid of the orange. There we go, gone. And I can move her around wherever I like on the screen. And I would hit export. And then if you're like, man, this video is too long, I need it to be shorter, it's text-based editing. So if I say, I want it to start here. So I'm gonna edit and actually hit the word, hit split and trim, and hit set as start. And then I just want it to go down. It just trims it right down to that point and I'm done.
Messages, and that's a really hard thing to do.
So let's come back to this.
Tactics work quickly. They are easy to measure. You could make a 3-second reel instead of a 30-second reel and easily see right away if you got more views on it. But what does that really mean to your business? Yeah. So we are going to talk a lot about...
You guys are getting some nuggets from Chelsea here too.
Yeah.
But do y'all see this? Could this help anybody?
Yeah.
Okay. So my kind of call to action coming out of this is then once we have that long video, take the second part of this is written content. So what I'm going to do from YouTube, and this is why I believe your video should live on YouTube, I'm going to give you a bonus tool here. This will help you for any YouTube video. I want you all to call your attention to this tiny little diamond up in the top right of my screen. It is an extension for your browser. It is called GLASP, G-L-A-S-P. Awesome little extension. Any YouTube video you're on, guys, it gives you right here a full transcription and summary of the video. And all I have to do now from this having this extension on my browser, any YouTube video I'm on, I click it. It might be Tesla's earning report, and I'm an investor, so I just want a 5-minute summary. I click it, it gives it to me. But I take the whole transcript, I click this ChatGPT button, and it's gonna automatically push the whole transcript into my ChatGPT and summarize it for me. And I can say, okay, now ChatGPT, I want you to write a blog post for my website based on this topic. I want you to write a 750-word LinkedIn article, talk about LinkedIn, right, building authority there. And I want 10 written posts for Facebook that will drive people to this YouTube video. But it's all now fueled from my transcript of my own video. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So this is the written component of how AI can absolutely help us master content very quickly. It's gonna give me a summary first, and then we could create the rest of those, whatever we want. Articles, written posts, etc. But overall, your hack here for video is Opus. I've tried 18 other tools that do this, and Opus is by far the best. From the quality of the edits, to picking up the words correctly, to actually getting clips that matter. Some just throw stuff together and it's like, yeah, I would never use that. It just doesn't make sense. So Opus does a really good job, and it's awesome. So I hope this will help you guys as well as you kind of get rolling in your content journey. But guys, schedule the time. Sit down and record. Have conversations. Let AI do the hard work. That'll really power you forward. Any questions on this? It does cost, but it's cheap. All in, I think I'm around like $80 for my monthly subscriptions for all the AI tools I use. And that includes ChatGPT, $20 a month. Opus is, I think, $114 for a set amount of minutes that you get. So it's not a lot. You break that down by month. It's for a year, right? So you break that down by month, it's like $12 a month. So I'm all in about $80. I don't like to bring tools you have to pay for unless they are huge efficiency time savers. So there we go, guys. So questions. I'm here for it. So we kind of demoed that. Here's some action items, if you will. Make sure your content is aligned. You can screenshot this if you want it. The main thing is point number 7. You got to start practicing with these tools and not being afraid to get on video, because that is where the magic starts to happen. And overall, guys, I'm grateful again to be with you. I know we packed in a lot of info, but I hope this was at some level valuable. And thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Does anyone have any questions? How many views would you consider something viral? Like at what point?
Every platform's different.
So like Instagram?
10,000, 15,000, 20,000. It's good. If it goes super viral, more than that. TikTok, I think if you're investing in a platform to try to go viral, you should be on TikTok. TikTok is still the most unbiased platform, not where you don't necessarily have to pay to play.
Right.
I do think Instagram and Facebook have become more pay-to-play platforms for virality.
And then if it did go viral, how do you monetize that?
The platforms all have their own monetization.
Okay.
So we had one of our clips, again, just using Opus from our podcast. I did this test with TikTok, guys. I just took it, and every day I posted 3 for 2 months straight. I just posted 3 clips a day on TikTok.
3
And
clips a day?
3 clips a day.
Simultaneously or something?
No, like I would do one in the morning, then when I'm over my lunch, I would do another one. Again, Opus, I didn't have to do anything. Podcast's already made. I download all these clips. I have a whole album, so it's just like throw this one up, AI caption, boom, done, 5 minutes. So I did 3 a day just to test the theory. We had a bunch of them hit like 10, 15,000 views. We had one go to like half a million views. It was like 500,000, right? And it got us enough followers where then I was able to start going live on TikTok. And then once you get to that point, you can start monetizing the lives and all of that. All the platforms to monetize mean you have to get views,
right?
YouTube included. And it's normally like amount of subscribers, amount of views, and views within, or engagements within 30 days for YouTube, for example. Once you hit those thresholds, now you can start getting ads and getting paid and all of that.
Have you noticed that there are ads on your videos even though you're not, like,
Yeah.
that's crap.
It is, but that's
The way it
basically
is.
like part of using the platform until
Yeah.
you have enough clout, basically. For YouTube specifically, yeah.
You're
But good
stealing your
question.
content, Kristen.
We have a reel that Lindsay did for our team, and it's like, I don't even know what it's at now.
Well, it depends also on your type of account. Do you guys have a business account or do you have a creator account? Yeah, because it's a business account, you're probably limited on what you can make from your content. A creator account will give you the ability to monetize through the methods available for monetization. And then you go into, I think on Instagram it says make money, and then you click that and it tells you what you need to, what you have available.
We're at over 2 million views.
That's crazy.
And I'm
See,
like,
that's great. That's
Jen,
super
when
high.
can we make money on this video? And she's like, I don't know.
On Facebook, if you do that personally, you can even enroll. Make sure you like link your PayPal, and like they'll pay you automatically on Facebook if your reel goes viral enough and gets enough engagements. But again, I think there's some restrictions there with the business account because you are a business, so they're viewing like your benefit is getting people coming to you for business.
Yeah, I get that.
So good question though. But again, I don't think many of us are trying to go viral. Just put out good quality content as often as you can and lean more into as much as you can. Even you newer realtors, like lean more into that authority building stuff, because as you start reaching out to some of the heavy hitter clients that you want to work with and they start getting a feel for you, that type of stuff will absolutely help you move conversations forward. It just builds automatic authority and credibility. So cool. Any other questions or thoughts? Thanks for recording again. You do an amazing job. Yeah.
She does. She's
Hey,
great.
let's give Carlin a big round of a hand because she's one of the stars of the show. So, do you want that video? Will you use it?
Yes.
Maybe?
Bridget.
Bridget wants her
She's like, you
amen on
have to.
social.
Amen.
Bridget wants her amen on social.
Yeah, I'll share it with you. But guys, thank you again for having me.
Thank you.